Chandu the Magician. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We present for your enjoyment Chandu the Magician. And before our drama begins, we would like to suggest that probably you will like White King better than any other soap you have ever used. If you have a washing machine, listen. Get some White King from your grocer. Put some in your washer. Not so much, mind you, as the soap you've been using. Put in your clothes, put in the water. But not so hot as the water you thought you had to have to get things clean. Then turn on the power. Run your wash through and just see with your own eyes what happens. We try to make this radio drama thrilling, but honestly, what a thrill you'll have when you see clothes washed with this different kind of soap. Save on your soap bill. Save on your gas bill. Save on your clothes bill. You'll say, I love White King granulated soap. Betty and Bob Reagent, exploring the small pyramid, find themselves locked inside one of the ancient burial rooms of an Egyptian king. When Frank Chandler finds them, he learns they have just seen the malevolent Roxor himself, who disappeared when they approached him. Piled up on one side of the small room are the objects buried with the royal family of old Egypt. But on the sarcophagus of the king is spread an assortment of present-day chemical apparatus. A moment later, Chandler comes upon a scrap of paper with a reference to Robert Reagent. Chandu the Magician.
Read it yourself, Dot. That's all it says.
It could be done if we could obtain the help of Robert Reagent. Robert must be right here.
He wasn't with Roxor, Mom, that's for sure.
No, Mother, or we'd have seen him.
There must be still another room in here.
It cannot be so, Dorothy. We've already seen 3 rooms.
But Naji.
These rooms were always built in groups of 3, Dot. 3 was a mystic number to the Egyptians. Now listen.
Roxor went into another room. He didn't just vanish into the air.
He probably went into the outer passageway. But the point is, he'll be back. And all of you must be out of here when he comes.
Well, he knows we're here. He saw me.
He doesn't know Uncle Frank's here with us.
And he has no idea of who you are, Bob. Come along. I want you back at the hotel as soon as you can get there. I have to get the outer door of this place open. Take your candles with you. I'll need all the light I can get.
What if there isn't any way to open it from the inside?
There is. Whoever built the mechanism had to get out himself, you know, Betty.
You see, I told you when we were first locked in here.
You didn't sound any too sure of it. You sounded as scared as I felt.
Oh.
Frank, if Roxor didn't know who Bob was...
How could he, Dot? He probably thought Bob had wandered away from a party of tourists.
Oh, Bob, look out!
Huh?
Oh, Betty, what is it? He almost bumped into that pile of chairs and things. I thought he'd knocked them all down all over us.
Oh, I'd be glad to be out of this place.
Uncle Frank, I don't see how tourists could come in here.
Neither do I.
They don't. But Roxor may not know that. Anyway, he'll have to come back here to collect his chemicals and... Wait a minute. Hold your candles up. Yeah, look. Here's the way out. This lever.
In plain sight. Well, let me work it.
Go ahead, Bob.
Oh, this is a pretty slick deal, you know that?
And look up there at the wall. You'd never know from this side it was anything but a painted design.
There's no time for that now, Betty. Go outside and walk around for a few minutes as if you really were tourists. There's sure to be a crowd of camel boys and guides around with other parties.
At night?
Well, coming out to the Sphinx by moonlight's one of the things everyone does in Cairo, Dorothy. Go on now.
I am to stay with you, Chandu.
Oh, no, you're not, Najee. You've already put yourself in a dangerous position with Roxor.
But, Chandu, I could...
No. You're going with the others.
Oh, come back to the hotel with us, Naji.
Fine. And remember, don't any of you leave it until I come back. almost midnight. Where can he be? Nodgy.
Oh, I couldn't wait longer at the hotel. Has Roxor not come?
No. And you mustn't be here when he does. I'll light the candle again. Don't you realize how foolish it is for us to be seen here together?
But, Chandu...
You told him you'd be one of his agents. When he finds you've lied to him, Nodgy, why run such a risk?
You are here. We are two against Roxor.
Do you think I can't handle him alone?
No. It is only that I feel great danger about you.
Nodgy, you must...
I will not go, Chandu.
What am I going to do with you? You surely agree he's not to see you.
If you wish, you need not. I will hide myself. But I know it is better for me to be with you.
I wanted you out of this.
I am in it, as you say, now, Chandu. But I will agree he should not hear us talking together.
No, he can't come in without my knowing it. Didn't you hear the bell ring when you came in?
The bell?
Well, this one. I fastened a cord to the mechanism that opens the door. I found the bell in the burial room of the little prince.
You Americans.
Well, I thought it'd be ridiculous to sit here for hours in the dark. When the bell rings, I'll blow out the candle as I did when you came in. Now, let's see where we can hide you. I wish you hadn't come.
Oh, the tall chair. See? It is higher than my head.
Yes. All right, get behind it so I can make sure. Quickly. There he is. I'll have to blow out the candle. He has a flashlight. Don't let him see you.
Oh, who?
Good evening, Roxor.
You know me by that name? Who are you?
My name is Chandler.
Chandler. So, I see you at last. I have heard you are in Egypt.
Oh, yes. I've had plenty of evidence that you knew I was here.
And Naji has told you of my place.
Now that we've met, why not tell me yourself?
First, I tell you this. Men who oppose me do not live. Soon there will be none who will dare.
No?
You are mocking me?
Well, it's a little hard to believe. Tell me, how do you propose to bring this about?
Already I have much power. Already all over the world there are those who await my word.
And when they get it, what then?
I will rule the earth.
I see. In the meantime, tell me one thing. A small thing, but it interests me. How did you get into this pyramid? How did you know of these rooms?
All knowledge comes to me.
It was Mustafa who told you, wasn't it? You must have paid him very well.
What was that sound?
I don't hear anything. Look here, Roxor. If you're so open about your great plan, why did you make it so hard for me to find you?
There were many things to be done. I admit you made them necessary.
Did I indeed?
You have stood in my way more than once, Chandler. I have heard of you from men of many countries. Now I have seen you, I wonder if the things they told me are true.
Maybe I can help you. What sort of things?
You are clever to convince so many people you are a wizard, a magician.
Thank you.
I know it can be nothing but trickery. Yet, it convinced intelligent men. You would do well to come in with me.
You really think so?
I have heard you care nothing for power. If that is so, you are wrong.
Perhaps. Just what is this scheme of yours, Roxor?
I will tell you. What is it that makes the difference between a king and a slave? Power. Why is it good to be rich? Power. There is nothing else to live for but power.
Well, how do you expect to get it?
For many years I've been working. You know I'm a scientist.
No, are you?
I have invented many useful things. Listen. One gas I compress in small tubes. One tube is opened. One city is destroyed.
And thousands of people killed.
What is that to me? Human life is scum on the surface of a dirty pool.
And when you've destroyed it all, what good will your power be?
Perhaps I have learned how to create life. A race of people who exist only to serve me. Me, the master. Now, what would you say to that?
I don't know that I'd care to be one of them.
You would not be. You would be a master also.
I see. Just what would you want me to do?
First, I want your secret. Whatever it is you learned in India to make men believe you are a magician.
Is that all?
I want the secret of Robert Reagent.
You sent a man to America to steal it. And a very good job he made of it, too.
What? It was not you who drugged my courier in Cairo and took the drawings from him?
Why don't you just have Regent make you another set of drawings?
It must have been Naji. She tricked me with her talk of black magic.
But you don't believe in magic. You don't seriously think she's a sorceress, do you?
No. There is something about her.
Oh, she was just trying to impress you. But we were talking about Regent.
I have already told you. The record of Regent's experiment is the one thing I must have to hold the world in my hands, like an apple.
Well, surely he can duplicate it for you. Where is he?
What was that?
Wait, Roxor.
Wait there. I knew I'd heard a sound before. I need a dog to spy on me. How do you dare?
Doctor, I knew Chandu was to come here. I came to warn you.
You're lying. I will be rid of both of you. You see this small tube? It's the new gas.
Get away from him, Najim.
No, Chandu. Do not try to take it from him. He's insane. I told you.
You told him?
That was a long time ago, Roxor. Najim, get out of this place.
No, she will not. And you will not. I have told you too much.
You idiot. You didn't tell me anything I didn't know.
I will go now by the small door. As I go out, I will throw the tube on the floor. Before either of you reach the door, you will die. Good night, Chandu.
Our drama has come to a close until tomorrow night. But there's drama and maybe magic in millions of homes where White King soap is used. Once upon a time, people thought they should buy 2 or 3 kinds of soap. One for washing machine and dishpan, maybe 1 or 2 for dainty things like lingerie and stockings. But more and more people discovered White King, the one and only one soap you ever need. No matter who you are, where you live, or what you have to wash. Your husband may be an engineer, or he may work in a bank. You may have sheets and pillowcases, no end to wash. Or you may live in a hotel with no laundering problem other than your nylons. But listen to these wonderful words. White King gets out the stubbornest dirt. White King protects, as with a caress, the daintiest fabrics. Know what you'll say? Do you? You'll say this: I love White King. Chandu the Magician is produced and directed by Cyril Armbruster. The makers of White King invite you to listen tomorrow at this time when the story resumes. Chandu the Magician. This is the Mutual Don Lee Broadcasting System. Chandu the Magician. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We present for your enjoyment tonight and every weekday evening at this time, Chandu the Magician. Before our drama starts, I would like to tell you some news, some very good news. We think it's safe to say that if you would like White King granulated soap, you can probably get it now from your grocer. You know, it has been awfully short and in many cases difficult, if not impossible, to obtain. This was because during the war years, we would not let White King quality down. And we just could not make enough of our kind of soap to fill the demand. Then, too, lots of people moved out west from the east. And once they tried White King, they found it different from, and many like it better, than any soap they'd ever used. There still isn't any too much White King, But if you're lucky, you'll find some at your grocer's tomorrow. And know what you'll say, do you? You'll say, I love White King. In the hidden room in the pyramid, Frank Chandler, known in the Far East as Chandu the Magician, has come face to face with the sinister Roxor at last. But before Roxor arrives, Princess Naji joins Chandler. At his insistence, she agrees to hide in the shadows so Roxor will not see her. Chandler has almost led Roxor to the point of disclosing where Robert Reagent is when Roxor discovers Naji's presence. Realizing he has been tricked, he snatches up a glass tube filled with a deadly gas, smashes it on the floor, and is gone. Meanwhile, the present scene opens in Roxor's rooms in Cairo. Chandu, the magician.
Hola! Roxor will return to Cairo tomorrow. Let us have a little joy tonight. Tonight we laugh, and plans to capture the world are forgotten.
What hast thou done, Philip? What is behind the curtain?
Seat yourselves and await entertainment from the Arabian Nights. Listen and watch. I draw the curtain. But please, wow.
A dead finger! Pizza caída! Jamil!
Beautiful as the morning.
Nobody got
Don't show a card, give her money. Are you miser?
No, my honor! Lata gears!
Hold on! Wait. More is coming.
Not a Khadif commanding entertainment, Selim.
Not even the Sultan can have more enjoyment than we. Wait.
What is going on here? Is this a cafe that you must have music and dancing? Is this the way you behave yourselves when I'm not here? Must you be watched like children? Selim, what do you mean by this?
It was an hour of entertainment, nothing more. Go outside and wait, brothers.
Fools, weaklings. Take the girl and the musician, see they do not return. Pleasure. I have no enjoyment, as you call it. There is no time for anything but the work.
The great Roxor is above these simple things. You need them not. We have but passed the hours until you should return.
Very well. For this one time, I shall say no more of.
Hasalhi.
Selim, in this great moment, I cannot be too angry, even with fools. I, Roxor, am all-powerful.
You have always had great power, Effendi. Has more come to you?
You shall hear. Chandler, the great Chandu, he's dead.
Dead? Is it so?
Dead by my own hand. And not alone Chandler. The Princess Naji as well. I have killed them both.
Great is Allah. But the secrets, Roxor. How will you learn the secrets now?
I do not need his secrets. We had not meant to kill him until I had learned more. But when Naji...
Huh?
I saw Naji there. I knew she had lied to me. No one lies to Roxor twice.
I do not question your wisdom, Effendi. But the secret of Robert Reagent...
Do not concern yourself, Selim. I will get it from him.
Yes, master.
Is it permitted to ask how Chandu died?
Tonight, I am in a mood to answer your questions. But I have been asking questions of myself. How did Chandler know of that room? And I have the answer. The boy who found his way to that room this afternoon was Regent's son. He must have told Chandler, so that when I returned, he was waiting for me.
Roxor, again I say, I do not question your wisdom. But if the boy saw you...
He saw me working on my great experiment, and he called me by my name.
Allah. It is only by Chandu's magic he could have known.
I tell you that magic was nothing but tricks. Your father. I left the boy there. I thought he would starve to death before he found the way out.
By the beard of the prophet Roxor, thou art as great as Saladin.
I could have made use of Chandler and his trickery. I went so far as to offer him a place with me.
And such an honor does not come to every man.
What man would not seize a chance for power?
What man could dare to stand against you, master?
Almost I had told him where Regent is. But it is over now. When the Regent's wife goes to find why her brother has not returned from the pyramid, in one breath, she will lie dead beside him.
You have spoken, master. And many years from now, some Ferengi will find the way to that place of burial. He will die, and men will say it was an ancient curse.
I chose well when I chose you for my work, Selim. That is very amusing.
You are, Fendi. Now these people, too, will search for her. By Allah, the world will be yours indeed.
To hold in my hand like an apple. But I have wasted time enough. You have a report for me, Selim? Or did the dancing girl drive it out of your head?
No, master, no. I have word of Abdallah the Bedouin.
So?
I have been told he loves Regent's beautiful daughter.
What is this? The son of a desert chief? The man who is to bring his people to my feet?
I tell you only what is told to me, master.
A Bedouin, a fighting man as merciless as I myself. Must be a lie. Abdallah swept away by the emotion of fools. I will not be... Who is that?
Who comes?
One who waits.
Enter.
Who is it you have brought?
So he is here. By all means, bring him in.
Take your hands off me, you big lug.
Selim, he is the son of Robert Reagent. Let him go, Hassan. Wait outside.
Oh, so it's you again. By golly, ever since we saw you in the crystal ball...
Oh, you saw me in a crystal ball. The sorcery of Chandu, I suppose.
It sure was. We heard everything you said to the princess.
And what was that?
Look, what is this? I was just out in the hotel garden minding my own business, and those two guys grabbed me. What do you want?
Perhaps it is something you can tell me. Or perhaps...
I can't tell you anything. And I wouldn't if I could.
No?
No. So tell your little private Gestapo to let me out of here.
When I have finished with you, you may go. But that will be when you have learned.
Learned what, as if I cared?
You shall see what it means to oppose Roxor Selim.
Sure. Tell me a lot of things so I can go home and tell my uncle.
Ah, yes. Your uncle, Chandler. Chandu The Magician.
You bet. You'll never beat him. He's too smart for you.
Sit down, my young friend.
No, thanks.
As you will. When I have finished with you, you will be taken to the street and released. But your uncle you will not see again.
No. Hey, what do you mean?
I mean, you impertinent young puppy, your uncle is dead.
Oh, he is not. You're just saying that to make me talk.
Oh, you think so?
You're trying to find out a lot of stuff about him. Well, I won't tell you anything. I don't believe you.
Do you know where he went with the Princess Nachi?
Well, I know where he went, but the princess wasn't with him.
To the pyramid?
Okay. You knew that anyway if you went back to get your things.
And Nachi was not with him.
No, she was... Say, is that where she went?
You are beginning to believe me. Perhaps you heard the plan. That Nachi was to hide and this.
She was not. My uncle wouldn't let her go with him.
Still, I tell you, they are both there now. Lying on the cold stone near the sarcophagus. Dead.
You mean you killed them? Oh, I don't believe it.
You shall believe me. Listen, you young fool. You saw the chemicals in that room.
Why, sure we saw them.
In one tube was the new gas I have perfected. To kill 1,000 people in one breath. and I opened the tube in Chandler's face. So, you are ready to believe.
Why, you're not even human.
What is that sound? Selim, what is it?
I know what it is. You'll see.
Tell me at once. Tell me.
Let him go, Roxor. Let him go.
Chandler's voice. The voice of the dead.
Roxor, I tell you, let him go.
Okay, Roxor, you heard him. Tell that guy outside to get out of the way.
No. Not for 1,000 Chandlers, dead or alive. He shall not leave this room until I have broken him.
Oh, no? Well, look behind you. Turn around and look. Oh, gosh, Uncle Frank, I hope it's really you.
Why not? Come on, Bob. Let's get out of here.
Monday night, Chandu continues. And you will want to join Dorothy Reagent, Betty, and Bob in their thrills and adventures. So you'll be with us again Monday evening at this same time, won't you? Probably tomorrow you'll be marketing. And maybe on Monday, there'll be washing you'll have to do. Look, here's a suggestion. Get a couple of packages of White King soap tomorrow. Get the giant-size package if you can, and will you be proud of your washing? The white things so very white. The colored things so safely guarded. The washing time shortened so considerably. The effort reduced so that you're hardly tired, and your hands feeling so good, because White King is gentle not only to clothes, but to hands as well. The only thing it could possibly be hard on is dirt. Know what you'll say when you've used White King, do you? You'll say, I love that soap. Chandu the Magician is presented for your enjoyment every weekday evening. Special musical effects are by Carla Pandit. Your announcer is Howard Culver. The makers of White King invite you to listen again Monday at this time when the story resumes. Chandu the Magician. This is the Mutual Don Lee Broadcasting System.
Would you like a shout out? Leave a comment in the section below. Tell me who you want to shout out to, who you want to shout out from, and we'll get it up here for you. Hey, we want to say thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss any. You got a lot more of these up there. Go check them out under the playlist. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you want to see, what you think, and we'll see you next time.